Good, bro. Pretty trying to stay busy with what I can do, but hanging in there.
I want to congratulate you on finishing your marathon, 26
Thanks, bro.
miles,
Yeah, point two, but
point two. Can't forget the point
who's
two.
counting? Is the worst part. Hands down.
How was it?
I mean,
You mind
we
pushing
could
that
start
a little closer?
yeah, I'll scoot in. Um, let's see. So I signed up for this actually in 2019, I think it was, December. I didn't think about it. It's like it's a mind trick. I don't know, just don't think about stuff like that. So I was like, all right, like sounds good, I'll do it. Didn't buy the insurance on it, so I couldn't back out. And then March rolls around and COVID hits, and everything just starts slowly getting shut down. And then they cancel the race at some point, like a week or two into the lockdown, and they wouldn't refund me. Like I asked for one, and they're just like, no, like you didn't sign up for the insurance on it. Like, dude, how can I predict this though? You know, like.
Oh, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, I thought they'd be like understanding that everybody's life just got ruined real quick, but they're like, no, you can defer your payment to next year's race. It's like, okay, I guess. So like I did that, and all through quarantine, I mean, I didn't do any running. Like even leading up to the race, like in the first place, I was not about to be ready for that marathon at all. It was like, almost cried. I was like, dude, I can't buy this time back. Like when I thought like it was still gonna happen. Yeah, it scared me a lot. It was a really shitty feeling on the inside, just knowing that like I didn't actually train for it. I'd run like here and there, like 3 miles, like it would hurt and bad. Like I still lifted, but I was doing all the overtime at the time, like 60+ hour weeks. So like I was only lifting like 3 times a week and definitely wasn't running. I probably could have gave up video games or something, but
Why do that?
I had to chill at some point. I don't know. It was just weird finding the balance in the first place between running and lifting. I couldn't figure it out. I would try and do like legs one day and then run the next day and then upper body the next day and then like run again after that, and like my legs would be tired from doing like heavy legs, and just I couldn't figure it out at all.
But eventually you kind of developed a system that worked.
It was like wasn't even it was just like the most oblivious thing ever, and it's just like just do 2 a days, and it never crossed my mind to do it. I didn't think I was capable.
2 a days.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I would just run first and then lift after, and it never crossed my mind ever that was a possibility. Like throughout my time trying to figure out how to do it, not even a little bit would I ever thought about that.
Wow.
Especially with our work schedule.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Cepriano works at GM with me.
Yes, we are.
That's where we met.
Yeah. I think Bill was like, "Oh, David runs too. Like, you should talk to him." And I didn't like talking to anybody at work, so I kind of was like, "It's been good for him, you know."
Dude, we started talking and we just kind of hit it off and been friends ever since.
Yeah, I usually just leave my headphones on and like when people leave me alone, but yeah, we got to talking today. It was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, and then I invited him over, and he started using me for my gym.
Yeah, he saved my life, man. when the gym shut down, I didn't believe it. I was actually pissed off because I was on third shift at the time, so that was the first time I actually slept in. Like, I usually would get up early and just not sleep, but it was like a statewide announcement that all the gyms and restaurants were closing at like 3 p.m. And I woke up at like 2:45. My mom texted me like, "Are you gonna be okay?" Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm half asleep. Like, dude, I don't have time for this right now. Like, she's always asking me like, "Oh, are you fine? Like, are you okay?" Like with any little thing. So like, I thought she was doing something else like that. And then I see the announcement, like all the gyms are closing. I'm like, dude, that's like, it's like no, like Court One's gonna stay open. You know, like they're all about like cleaning and everything. Like, dude, they have products for days. Like, they're not scared to use it for sure. And then I call up there, my buddy Xavier answers. I'm like, dude, you guys closing too? He's like, yeah. He's like, I mean, we have to. And I'm like my jaw just dropped, bro. And I'm looking at the time, like, I don't even have time to go one last workout in. Like, I was so mad. So, like, I hopped on Dick's Sporting Goods, and I tell my mom, like, yo, I'm about to throw, like, one of these couches out and put a squat rack right there. And, like,
right in your living room.
Yeah, I had a cart ready, like, Dick's Sporting, ready for curbside pickup. It was, like, 300-something bucks for, like, the weight set. And then I was just going to buy the squat rack. Like, do what you got to do. And David's like, dude, you just use my gym. And I'm like, Oh man, I almost cried. Part two. So emotional. I was coming over like every day.
Every
I
day.
had nothing better to do.
No, you just chill here for like a couple hours.
Yeah, bro. I'd sit here just breathe it all in. So many people ask me, bro, can I use that gym? Like,
No.
no, like I barely can use it.
So kind of going back before COVID and everything, I kind of want to like build the audience up and have them get to know you a little bit
Okay.
on like where your fitness journey began and kind of what inspired you. Because, I mean, you ever since I've known you, you've been ripped. And you,
Yeah.
I use the analogy that you have like a body of like a 30-year-old, like that's been on testosterone boosters his whole life, but you have like a 15-year-old face. And
Oh,
back
for
then,
sure.
when I first met you,
Yeah,
you
my
also had
braces.
braces,
Yeah.
so you looked way younger.
Oh, for sure.
Um, so you want to kind of explain like what kind of got your fitness journey kicked off
Yeah,
and
it's weird because like I never took it too serious like throughout high school. I mean, I played sports year round, but as far as like the extra work to put in, like I've always had like good work ethic, but it's, I'm also like kind of lazy. It just depends on like if I really put my mind to something, like I know for sure like I can do it. Like I'm very goal driven. It's like if I set a goal, put it out there for everybody to see. Like what helped me a lot too is my fitness page, accountability. So, like saying like I'm gonna do something, like however many people see it,
Mhm.
it's like damn, like kind of have to do it now, you know. Like so that's also one thing, holding myself accountable. But like I said, I always played sports, so having to go to like the workouts and stuff. I mean, especially for football, like throughout the summer. So you got all my friends like partying and late nights and doing whatever they wanted. It was like we have workouts every morning and runs like 2 3 times a week. They weren't mandatory, but like highly encouraged to show you had to be there. Like
Right.
you just had to. And then we'd go in straight into 2 a days, like out of our workouts. Like I never really had a summer, so I'd just do workouts, and then football season would roll around. That'd keep me busy, and then I played basketball up until just my sophomore year, and then after that, I would just do. I'd train for lacrosse season throughout that season, and then yeah, so like my junior year, I was working out twice a day. That's probably why I didn't think to do it this time. 'Cause it sucked back then. Just having to be at the football workouts, even during the off season. Like we'd have 5:55s before school, so there's times I'd have to do that straight into like a strength and conditioning class, and then like a lacrosse game or a practice in the afternoon. Just so tiring. And, like yeah, I don't know. Thinking back on that, I don't know. Just thought like that's something I was definitely never gonna do again, no matter how busy I was. Like I'd still have school all day, then would have to find time to study, do homework, and still trying to hang out with my friends. So I've never really slept. That's really what I had to sacrifice. It came down to. And then out of high school, I still worked out, gave me something to do. Um, Not like too serious though. Like I think like a year after high school, or 2 years maybe. Like it was always a goal of mine to hit 225 on bench. And like I hit it one day, but like, and then from there I was just kind of stuck like at that point. And one day I was like, all right, like
So
something's got to change, you
so
know.
were you following like a certain workout program to get you there or
No,
no?
no, I was just doing like I would just show up and like kind of think of something like on the spot to do, like whatever I felt that day. I mean, I was still pretty strong, like as far as like squats and stuff go, but like what it really came down to was my nutrition. So like when I finally was like, all right, like I want to hit 300 on bench. This is like late 2018. That was my goal. It's like I'm gonna hit 300 on bench. Like I don't care how I have to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Like so, I looked up this workout plan to be, it's like a lean bulk. So it's like there's certain groceries that like I got that I had to eat, and like I'd watch so many videos, and like one thing that stuck to me was like you're not eating for taste, you're eating for results. So I would eat the same just chicken, rice, like with nothing on it, like salt and pepper maybe tops, like rice just disgusting. Like it's just the worst meal ever. Like I ate it anyway, so I'm like whatever. Like I'm like bigger things in mind, so like I just stayed consistent with that, and eventually I hit it, and that's when it dawned on me like all right, like I can do something like if I actually take the extra step into doing
Hmm.
it. Dude, I would eat like shit, bro. Like I would do like an appetizer at Golden Harvest, like biscuits and gravy, and then like the 3-piece French toast with like sausage, eggs, and potatoes, like a hot
Oh.
chocolate, and then like straight to Court One because it's right next to Golden
Oh
Harvest.
my gosh.
There's times, bro, like I'd have like 2 burritos at Qdoba and go lift right after. It's like the closest I came to like throwing up during a workout. Never did. But it was like just doing stuff like that, bro. Like then you finally start to learn like just about nutrition, like how it actually like fuels your body,
hmm
and like sleep also.
Which you don't get much of.
Still don't. I
You
mean
still
more than
don't.
I used to. So like 5 to 6 hours is nice for me because when we're on third shift, I'd sleep like 2-3 hours max. I don't know. I just feel like I'm the type like I have to constantly be doing something,
hmm
which is because like people tell me like, yo, you need to relax, and I'm like, dude, like going to the gym, like
That's your
that's
relax time.
relaxing to me. Yeah, like if I'm sitting at home, like my mind will be running a million miles per hour trying to figure out like what I need to be doing. Like
What do you
oh,
think?
I should be doing
What do you
something.
think that is?
I don't know.
You don't know. Just
You know,
can't
I'd
shut things
always
off.
just, yeah. My mom said like even as a kid, like I was always so active, like just constantly like just needed to be doing something, and like still like till this day like that still holds true. Like even now, so like I've been off work for a while because of my knee, and she's just like my doctor's like, yeah, I don't want you doing anything. I'm like, cool. I was like, I'll look up swimming. I don't care. Like I went and bought some goggles. She's like, no, like not that either. And I'm like, dude, like I work 9 hours a day, and running usually takes up an hour or two a
Mhm.
day. So it's like 11 hours of free time. Like it's enough to drive me crazy if I'm just sitting there, bro. So like when it was still like fully hurting, I'd just do like pull-ups or something. Like just cross my leg over the other, hit push-ups, like stretch, sit in the sauna and stretch. Just anything to get out, do something.
Well, I mean, it's important to stay active as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not a doctor,
no, for sure.
but
It's like,
I would
dude,
think that like swimming would be good for it. It's good on the
that's what I'm saying.
joints.
Like it's, I don't know. I just wanted to keep my cardio up. 'Cause
Yeah.
my plan for this summer is just stack races.
Mhm.
It was like I trained all through the winter, like for 5-6 months. Like I might as well do something with it. Like just new goals, different things to chase.
So I kind of want to talk about how you built up into this training program that you did and what that training program was like for you.
There was no build up into it at all. Actually,
When did you start
I
it?
did a I did a 5K on Thanksgiving Day, and like that right there, because it kind of lingered in my mind. So I guess it was a little build up. Like I need to train for this marathon, specifically because I didn't want the feeling that I had of like, dude, like
That you
had
didn't
all this time. To
you didn't
train,
do the work.
You just didn't like. And my friend Ray Garcia is just we're we weren't really arguing. We were just like talking about like 'cause he's an endurance athlete and I was just a weightlifter. So we were just going back and forth about different points, and he's like, yeah, he's like with like endurance races, he's like especially a marathon. He's like, you're either trained or you're not. Like it's not, which is true. I mean, there's no hiding from it. Like you show up
There's
that day, like
You're prepared
you're
or
gonna
you're
run.
not.
Yeah, you either are ready or you are not ready. And like that's just the truest thing ever. And it's such a simple statement, but like it stuck with me. I'm like, because I was not ready back in 2020. I had Saved by the Bell. Like when they canceled the race, I was like, give me my money back. Like I'm not doing this, bro. Like, but I'm glad I did. I mean, you were running throughout
Mhm.
quarantine. I was not. I was laying there.
I was sending Cepriano videos.
Yeah,
Like,
get up,
get off,
bitch.
get
Like,
up, bitch.
I'm
Get
like,
off the
dude,
couch.
fuck this guy, bro. Like, to piss me off. I'm trying to just lay here. I'd stay up like play 4 hours, 5 hours of video games, like just doing a whole lot of nothing.
Part of that accountability.
Yeah, it was really just making me mad because I was not trying to run.
Dude, it helped me a lot too though. Like I didn't really want to run either, but like getting out there, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
if I get out there and I make this video and send it to Sip, like he'll get up and run too.
I can
So
lift no problem. Like that's always been my thing. Like anytime, any day, like I'll go lift, whatever. Whether
Yeah.
I'm sore or not. Like it's like clockwork. It's just a habit that's instilled in me. Not even at this point. It's just something.
yeah,
Like
that's
brushing my teeth in the morning.
that's something you don't ever really like stumble away from.
I don't have to think twice.
You always like for me, I always go in like spurts of like, okay, I'm gonna hit it hard,
Yeah.
and then like especially if I'm training for something.
Oh, for sure.
But then like I'll go through a period of time where I'm like I just slack off of
God,
everything.
never. Yeah.
But like you work out
I have
every
to.
day,
I have to.
all the
I'll
time.
drive myself crazy if I don't.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just eats me up if I don't
You
work
don't have
out.
any inner demons
I don't.
you want to share and
Not
why
that
you...
I'm aware of. Like, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe they're just getting their ass whooped by lifting. But I don't. Even if I'm like 3-4 days out of it, like I need to get back into it.
Out of working out?
Yeah. Even like I think like I'm just feeling a little depressed from like not running, and I didn't even think I liked running that much. I still tell people like I don't really like it that much.
I hate running.
I think I like it because I miss it. Now that I'm not doing it, I miss it, bro. But
It's
it was also like I was doing it almost every day, so I think it's just something I got used to.
yeah,
It's like a habit.
yeah.
Know?
But
It's like taken away from me now.
I remember like working. You would stay over, work overtime. You would stay over 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then you would leave
Yeah.
and run a
Yeah,
5K.
I'd drive straight to the high school, like 20 minutes away from my place too, and just half asleep would run. I don't even know why I did it, because I wasn't even. I don't think I was training for anything at that time. So I didn't even. I think probably just to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
I do stupid stuff like that. Probably would have been smarter to take a nap first and then go out, wake up, like a normal person. But I had to lift still, so I like to lift when I get up.
So, you're running, and what was your schedule like? What was
yeah, so like how that started.
So it started on
there's no
Thanksgiving.
build up. Yeah, I did a 5K on Thanksgiving, and I was like, all right, like I'll just use this as day one. Like, we'll just start here, whatever. It was on a Thursday, obviously. So it was like, it was such a slow build up because people are like, dude, like, you're like a runner now. I'm like, dude, like I'm not at all. Like I tell people I'm not a runner. Like I started ground zero, like legit. Like I couldn't even run like 3 miles without hurting, maybe if I really wanted to.
That's still pretty good. I mean, because a lot of people can't run a mile.
That's true, but I'm really hard on myself, so like I expect that out of me because I've always done I've done 5Ks leading into that.
Right.
So I'm not like completely new to running, but I was in it for like, I'm not gonna say all the wrong reasons, but I mean I was still getting out doing it at the end of the day, but I just wanted the medals, bro. Like I never got medals like growing up for like the sports I did. It was always like a trophy or something, like a plaque maybe, but like never like the wrestlers and track people. They get like a bunch of medals that they've always had. Like I've never had that.
Right.
So it's kind of cool when I first got one. Like, oh, I kind of like this. I was like, I'll do a race every weekend if I get a medal for it. And it really started with the Spartan race. My buddy Xavier, there was one coming to Michigan. He's like, bro, we should do this. I was like, if you do it, I'll do it. And he did it. And I'm like, I already told him I would. So I was like, all right, I guess. And it sucked, but I did it, and it was, I think, the feeling of accomplishment.
How'd you do?
I was actually training for that race.
Oh, okay.
And then I got in a car accident, and my airbag went off like out of my seat, actually, like right in here, and just clapped my rib really good, and like bruised my ribs up, so like it hurt to breathe, like especially like right when it hit, like just threw my training all the way off, and like I think like 2 or 3 weeks after I still did the race, so I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but like I finished it. So that was probably the only race I ever trained for. Just a little bit, but like wasn't even trained the day of, so I guess it was kind of counterproductive. So I was like, all right, like I'll actually train for this race. I've done a half marathon untrained, finished just under 2 hours. Literally talks like 10 days before the race on Facebook.
Wow.
I was like, all right, it's all about perspective. I'm like, it won't be that bad. It was that bad. I was walking like 6 miles in, just hurting. So I was like, well, I can do a half marathon untrained, full. Can eat that up if I actually worked at it. So I was like, it was like a 2.5, almost 3 month program. Just started with intervals, like 3 days a week, or like 4 days a week maybe. So it's like run for 5 minutes, walk for 1, like at an easy pace. Like do it like 10 times. I'm like, cool, like that's just like an hour, easy.
Mm-hmm.
So like for 2 weeks, like I would do that, and then it's like, all right, like run for 10 minutes, walk for 1, like 5 times.
Can we push the mic towards your face? You
Like,
can just you can pull that wherever.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, there you go.
Lounging,
there you go.
So it was like run for 10 minutes, walk for 1, and do that 5 times. So I'm like, damn, man, like that's kind of a lot looking at it. I'd always scroll to like the end. I'm like, dude, one day I'm about to be doing like a 10-mile run. But, like thinking ahead, it's like, dude, I'm not doing a 10-mile run. It's like you slowly build up into it.
Right.
Then I did like I think a week or two of those intervals. Then I got into like run for 20 minutes, walk for 5 minutes, and I was able to do it. So I'm like, cool, like it's actually working. And then I would still lift right after. So like that was always a constant.
And these were two different workout programs. You
Two
you were
completely
doing
different
a
workout.
running training
Yeah.
program and
Yeah, I was following a marathon training program and then just like a strength training program. It's like I've never really, like I say, I never really cared about how I look, but like as long as I'm strong, like that's
Mhm.
always just been my goal. Like I don't want to look like a meathead, but I want to be able to lift like one.
Well,
So
here's news to you. You look like a meathead, dude. You got tattoos. You're covered in tattoos.
big
You're
douchebag.
you're buff. You drive a lifted truck
But it's got the marathon sticker on it, so
with a yeah.
so people know I'm a runner at least.
They probably
Not a
think you're some
complete meathead.
scrawny dude
I know.
until you jump
It's always
out.
like, I always get so mad too when people shit talking about weightlifting. Oh, I'll lift more than you. I'm like, yeah, but like, you want to go run 20 miles with me right now? Like, I'll dust you, and then still do numbers in the weight room afterwards. So like, that's always like
You can hold your own.
Yeah, that's my go-to. I could dabble in both. But yeah, I started with that program, and there was a beginners program and an advanced program for the marathon training. So I was like, all right, like, I'm gonna do the beginners program. Let that fall right into the advanced program because like I wanted to eat this race up. Like I gave my all to this marathon prep, like legit, like dieting as well. Like wouldn't eat anything bad, like unless it was Sunday. Like I gave myself a cheat day, which is like when my long runs were.
Which it can't go unsaid. All the crap you've ate before that.
Oh yeah, I was dude.
You're eating whole loaves of bread.
Dude, I'd eat whatever, bro. Like, I'd eat a pizza myself.
We started calling you the mini rock.
Yeah, bro. I could just eat nonstop. That's always been a thing too. Like
the Rock's cheat meals.
Even without working out, bro, I'd always been able to just
smash
put some meals
food
away, bro. Like no other. So when I started working out, it just got 10 times worse. Which is why until this day I don't like letting people feed me. Like I feel so bad, bro. Like especially going to the restaurant, somebody's like, "Oh, I got this." I'm like, "Dude, thanks." And I feel obligated to just eat something light, and then like I'd have to go eat after that, like, something like that, bro. Just had to be nice. But yeah, I was giving myself one cheat meal, and like I was so strict on myself. Like I wouldn't eat like candy or anything. Like I was literally just drinking water and the running supplement that I was using for marathon prep. But like the biggest key through it all was just feeling myself properly. Just constantly felt like I was constantly eating, but I was eating clean.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the fuel I needed to be able to do everything. So I'd like run, lift, and then go to work. And there was days where I had PT for my hands. So like those days sucked because I'd be up like 8 a.m. to go run before like my 9:30 physical therapy, 9:30 to 10:30. Then I'd like stop at Tropical Smoothie or something, and then go lift, and then shower, play some Fortnite before work. There's always time for that. So that was just no sleeping. But it was like there's always things you're gonna have to sacrifice if you're about to do something like that. So sleeping, I don't care.
So
I'm gonna be tired regardless.
Sleeping was one of the things that you decided to sacrifice.
Always the first thing to go. Literally one day I was like, because I can sleep for 10 hours and wake up and be dead tired, and I can sleep for 4 and feel the same.
Wow.
I was like, why? I might as well just sleep for 4 and feel the same regardless.
I believe there's like a medical condition that you can literally like you survive off of like 4 hours of sleep.
Dude, there's been times I don't even sleep, but like I've closed my eyes for like and counted to like 45 seconds to just, and that's like enough to get me through like an hour or two of
that's insane.
Whatever I'm doing.
That's insane.
It's toxic.
It is.
It's very toxic. It works, surprisingly. But yeah, literally sleeping is just out of there. And then I hear so much, obviously, like how sleeping's so vital for recovery on everything.
Especially when you're running, endurance running like that, and lifting on top of it.
Drains me. I was actually feeling tired for once, like not for once. I mean, I'm always pretty tired, but like as far as like craving sleep, like dude, I wanted it for sure. Literally, it wouldn't be so bad too if we just didn't work long hours, or at least we just had no Saturdays. Like that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, sleep had to go, and then the training just started slowly just adding up. So I'd just be like 3-4 mile runs throughout the week, and then like a 6 mile or 7 mile run on Sunday, which is a long run to me. And then once I finally wrapped up that program, which had like some 18-mile runs, like a 20-miler towards the end of it, and then just like slowly started to like calm down a bit towards the end for like race day. But
I tapered off like probably
Yeah.
what, a week or two before.
yeah, I started to lessen up a bit towards like the second week towards the end, and the last week is just a taper. So like
Okay.
2 mile runs,
Okay.
just and then like a 2 mile run the day before race day. And on that race day, I just did like a half marathon, and then did like a not like another taper, but like a easy week. I think like one of the rest weeks I had like a recovery week. It was just like 3 mile runs throughout the week, and then I went into like the advanced training program. But I started on like week 5 or 6 just because of the way I timed it out to lead right into the marathon day.
Okay.
But like it all worked out really. Like in the end, even like as far as like race day conditions, like couldn't have been more perfect.
How was race day? Because that was a virtual race, right?
Yeah, which was just so annoying because they announced that I was 6 weeks into the marathon prep, but like I had already like ordered shoes, got like the new watch for running, like was all in dieting, like everything. And
What
they
kind of
like
watch are you using?
it's a Garmin Phoenix 6 Pro Solar. There's a lot of like I think that's the official name,
Yeah,
but
it's probably one of the best watches you can get.
it's up there for sure. It was like 7 something I think with a discount.
Rich.
But I nah, bro, I use it every day, so it's definitely an investment more than a purchase. But I wouldn't say I needed it, but I kind of needed it.
You need it.
I needed it.
You need it.
Yeah, especially because I eventually want to do like triathlon stuff and it
Yeah.
tracks all that. So yeah, I got this too. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna still do the race. I don't even care. I knew damn well I wasn't doing it here in Lansing. Bro, I hate running around here. I see it like so throughout the whole marathon prep, I'd say it was well over like 800 miles total
Wow,
between the two
that's a lot.
programs. Yeah. Like looking back on it, it's crazy to think about. But I mean, when you're in the middle of it, like, you're
And
in
you were
shape,
training.
you're just doing it.
You were training right around here in Lansing, so
Yeah,
there's
bro,
no
I
way
was
you want to run that
just
in
running all
Lansing.
these trails, bro. Like I've been all over the map. Like I'd always usually like start in Hawk Island or something, or like by Frandor, like run to the zoo, run back, like back to the park, and then back, or like go run around Lake Lansing like 3 times. Just the most boring loops. Like you'd see the same things, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
just the most little shit. It's like there's this dirty mask on the trail that I see like every day. Like, dude, like,
Why wouldn't you pick it up?
nah, bro. I'm in the middle of a run. I'm busy, bro. I'm busy. Just little things like that. Or like, there's this bolt. I guarantee it's still there on Bertram that I used to see every day. I'm just like just little things like that, bro. So like when they announced it was virtual, I was like, I'm going to do in Traverse City regardless.
Because that's where it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
It's Traverse City.
it would have saved me a lot of money if I just did it here.
What
As far as,
was
like gas and
right? What was the
Airbnb.
name of the race? The marathon,
Bayshore Marathon.
Bayshore Marathon.
Yeah.
And you have a cup.
I did. Yeah, I gifted myself a customized Yeti, which is pretty nice because I wanted the time on it, so I had to wait to order it obviously till after the marathon.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get it if I didn't do under 4 hours. I wasn't even gonna take my race medal. I
Wow.
told him I was like, dude, I'm throwing that shit in the water. I didn't want anything. If I didn't get what I wanted to get, 'cause
So
I knew it was doable.
you did the race up in Traverse City. You did it in what's your time? I can see your time, but I want everybody to hear you say it, and
3 hours, 32 minutes, and 39 seconds.
that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty proud of it for like a day or two, and then
Like a day.
yeah.
And there's always that
Oh,
thing
yeah.
in your mind where like I could have done
Yeah,
better.
then I told you, I'm like, dude, let's just do the Detroit Free Press. Like, it's in the fall. Like, I just need to beat my time now. Like, I just have to. My buddy Andreas, who rode with me, actually, shouts to him. He's a trooper for that. He just rode his bike and was like my hydration station because there's nobody out there handing out bottles or anything.
That's cool.
He did the marathon, I think 2018 or 2019, and he did like 3:36, I think. And that was just
Wow.
mind-boggling to me at the time. I'm like, dude, like you didn't stop at any point. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. It was his first marathon too.
Wow.
And I just remember like I was on FaceTime with him one time because like my goals changed throughout marathon prep completely, bro. Like my first goal
Was to just do it.
yeah, just do it, bro. Like just get it over with, put a fat sticker on my car and like call it a day. Get my medal.
It's
So
funny
I
that you would
never do
agree
it
to do
again.
26.2 miles just for a sticker.
That's all I wanted, bro. I'm like, dude, I just want the sticker on my check so people just know that I did that. Like, be that guy. But yeah, I just remember I was on FaceTime with him and I just did like a 10-mile run at like a 8:36 like average pace. And he's like, damn, he's like, you're gonna run like a sub 4. I was like, dude, nobody's running a sub 4 marathon over here. Like, he was out in Kuwait in the Middle East on deployment. We were just talking. I was like, dude, I promise you, like, I'm not doing that. Like, but then I started running a little bit, and I'm like, okay, like, I for sure can finish under 5 hours, guaranteed. Like, even if I walk at some point, I can go under 5. Then like I really started running even more, and then got into like the advanced training. I was like, I think like not for sure, but I was like, I can go sub 4 hours. And I think I told, I want to say only like Dewan and Arias maybe. I was like, dude, like I think I can go for like a like in the 3:30 range, like
Wow.
just for like what I'm running now. Like I think I can. Like,
At what point in your training did you think that?
I want to say like probably 2 months out from race day.
Okay.
2.5 maybe. I was just, I don't remember what run I did, but I did one, and I'm just like, dude, I really think like I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to put that out there. So I'm like, if I don't do that, it's gonna be kind of embarrassing. But for sure, I knew I was eating up a sub 4. But deep down, I knew I wanted like 3:30s. And then when I really got into like heart rate training, like actually easy runs, like it just slowed me down so much. Like I was easy to me, I thought was like 8:30s, 8:40s, which was just too much. It was too intense. I didn't know it at the time. Just learning throughout the way. But when I finally got into the heart rate training, there's like a formula, like what your max heart rate should be on a what's considered an easy run.
Right.
And for me, it was 156 beats per minute. So like when I finally got the heart rate monitor like linked up and was actually using like heart rate training, I was at like 160 something for like what I was doing. So I got to get it under, bro. I was like 11-minute pace almost.
Wow.
And I was so bored because at this point, bro, I'm doing like 6, 7, 8-mile runs throughout the week, and then like maybe like a 16-mile run on the weekend, bro. And like it's just so slow, bro. It's like,
how long would it take you?
Like towards the end, I'd say like I was probably averaging like just under 10-minute miles, so like 9:50 something. Which
Now,
played with my mind a lot. It's like I don't know if I can hold like a slower pace or like a faster pace with all my runs being this slow.
right.
But there's a saying, it's like running slower makes you faster because it builds that endurance up that you need, like your stamina. So I was like, at the time, it didn't seem like I was getting much out of it. It helps a lot with my lifts because it's like the easy runs like actually meant to be easy. So like with it not being intense, I can easily go into the weight room and do an intense lift.
Probably makes it a little bit more enjoyable too.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I get
bored.
Yeah, like I feel like I used to run it faster because I'd want to get it over with.
Right.
So that was just one thing that just played with my mind a lot when it came to like if I'm gonna be able to hold a faster pace.
So when you got to race day, what was that like?
Dude, it was so nice. Like I wasn't nervous or anything. Like the day before, I wanted everything to be perfect, which I mean is kind of far-fetched, but not completely. I don't know. I mean, I was pretty calm for the most part just because I knew like I actually trained this time. So I'm like, there's just no way I messed this up. There were still like little thoughts like, damn, what if I don't do sub 4? Like,
right.
That's kind of embarrassing for sure.
Kind of.
Have to
but you didn't announce it.
delete my fitness account. Bro, I just had so many people like following like everything I post throughout the way. Just like, oh, like excited like to see your journey. Like, good luck, like. So like that was a really nice too. It's like, all right, now I gotta do it. Like, if not for me, like for all these people, bro.
That was one thing that it's funny because that you mentioned that. I remember people had mentioned to me, "Oh, Sip's posting videos of doing whatever at the gym, or
Yeah.
he's posting videos of running, or whatever you
Yeah.
would post." They kind of making fun of what you're doing.
Dude.
And I think I sent you a message one time. I'm like, dude, I don't remember what I said, but you're like, yeah, I really don't remember what I said to you, but you're like, dude, so many people hit me up for like
Yeah.
inspiration,
Yeah.
and like
And
these
it's crazy to
these
me.
videos motivate the crap out of them.
Yeah. I'm like,
And
even if it like, at the time, I didn't think it'd do something like that, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because like the dude Nick Bear that I follow, who does like the hybrid training type thing, like I would see him like run and then lift, and like to me like that's amazing. Like to see him do it, like all right, now I can go do it.
mm-hmm.
But like I have people message me like, dude, like your inspiration, like you got me back into running or you got me back into lifting. Like we should get a workout in sometime. Like dude, for sure, like I love that. Like that's so dope, so dope. So like I don't even care if like 3 people like the video, but like there's people who message me who don't even like my post or like active followers, but like are really inspired and like they'll message me like ask me questions and stuff or like just let me know that like it inspires them.
So probably kind of helps you to keep going.
Yeah,
Also,
it is like it's really cool. So like I don't really care. Obviously, there's gonna be people who talk shit. I could care less.
Yeah,
I don't. It's not gonna stop me from doing it. I'm enjoying myself. I mean, if that helps you feel better, like
if you don't like it, unfollow.
Unfollow me, bro. Like, it's that simple. Keep scrolling, bro. Like,
Yep.
But I mean, or you could take the time out of your day to talk about me. That's fine. I love the attention either way, good or bad. I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who talk shit. That's fine. They're not doing as much as I am.
Those people are people who don't do anything.
Don't do
though.
anything. Yeah, there's another quote. It's like people who talk about you are often doing less than you.
Dude, that's so true.
It's like, dude, I do a lot, so like I'm comfortable.
Well, not to mention if you're going out of your way to waste time to talk about somebody else.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
if that's what you want to do with your day, bro. Like,
right.
You probably could have lost 4 pounds like, doing a workout all the time you spend my name in your mouth.
But yeah, I just thought that was pretty inspiring because I remember somebody saying something to me at work about it, like, "Oh, Sip's posting another video or something."
Yeah.
And so I sent you a
They're
message.
probably smacking a Mountain Dew.
Probably.
9 in the morning.
Probably eating ho-hos and whatnot. But yeah, I remember somebody saying something, and so I sent you a message, like kind of joking, like, dude, all you do is post videos or something, and you're just like, no, dude, I do it because these people are inspired.
Yeah, some people who actually like.
And you screenshot it and sent me a bunch of people who you know are actually like, hey man, appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, bro. Like
it's pretty cool.
Even my mom right now, like she's training for a half marathon.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
I bought her some running shoes and everything.
That's badass. Because I think last year she wasn't working out at all, right?
F no. Like, she's like.
So did you inspire her?
Yeah, she's just like, yo, like watching your journey, like she's like, that's crazy. Like you really just show that like if you really want to do something, like you can really do it.
You show that it's possible.
It's so possible, bro, and it's all it takes is like just determination, I guess, consistency. Just showing up's half the battle. So like, you just show. Like I didn't skip any workouts, bro. There's times I wanted to, bro.
I'd text you, be like, "What's up, man? I'm working out.
Yeah,
I'm running. I got a long
bro.
run planned today."
Yeah, it's just working out, working. Like it was all I was doing. Like,
that's all you were doing.
Yeah, bro. Like it takes so much time, man. Like, cause to me, like I can't just wake up. Like there's people who wake up, throw their shoes on, like take a piss or something, and like go run.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I need to eat something. Like I need to mentally prepare myself to get up and go leave. Like,
right.
Like do a little small warm up. Like drive somewhere to go run. Like I can't just run around my place. But like I wasn't skipping any workouts. So there's mornings I sleep into just be dead tired, bro. And it's like
still get up.
Yeah, bro. And then I wouldn't run till like noon. And at that time, like lifting at like 2, done at like 3:30. By the time I'm home, it's like 4 o'clock, and I leave at like 4:30 for work. It's like my whole day's just gone. So like it was nice.
Obviously, you don't have any kids.
No, that's the biggest difference right there.
So what's your mom doing?
She's legit training for a half marathon. She's following some program.
Okay.
I think she's doing 3 miles today actually for the first time.
Awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, she's like actually like sticking with it too. Like her biggest problem is consistency. She's like, my biggest problem is like consistency.
How long?
Dude, that's like the easiest fix ever. Like that's.
I wouldn't say easy, but
Dude, honestly, like it's all about perspective though. Like
it is perspective.
Like that's literally just sticking to it.
Yeah.
So like you tell yourself like you
it's
have
accountability,
consistency. Like
You have to hold yourself
you're probably
accountable.
gonna continue to struggle consistently. You tell
Yeah.
yourself like, I can fix this. Like I can stay consistent to this. Like even if you just take it one day at a time,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
it's easy.
Yep.
Eventually, it'll just be a habit.
Yeah, you just gotta say I'm gonna do it between this time and this time, or I'm gonna wake up early and
Yeah,
do it.
the
Dude,
little things like that. I told her, I'm like, dude, I would kill for your schedule. She has a morning schedule, bro. She starts at like 8 and like off at like 4:30. Dude, you know what I would do from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., bro? Like, I would have nothing to do after work if I had that schedule. Like, and she's like, wow, I guess like, she's like, yeah, but point. She's like, I could wake up earlier. So like, there's been a couple times now she's woke up before work and like got it out the way.
wow.
And I'm like, now I explained it to her. I'm like, dude, like, let's say you want to get some reading in or something, like,
Mm-hmm.
or you want to sit and watch TV. I'm like, earn it. Like, wake up early. Go get your run out of the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel better. Like, whether you believe it or not. A lot of people like think it's crazy. Like, think if you wake up early, you're gonna be tired throughout the day. If you wake up early and work out, I'm like, that's just not true at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've always found it better. Like, if I work out first,
Yeah.
it's gonna wake you up
Yep.
100% of the
Absolutely.
time.
So you run the marathon. You felt great.
I felt great. I mean,
You
during I
demolished
felt
it.
great, bro. Yeah, I ate it up, bro. I think it was like the halfway point. It really clicked to me. I saw like 140 something on my watch, like 143 or something on my watch. Let me see. I can check my stats real quick.
This may be boring for some people who don't run, but I don't know. I think this episode's important to kind of talk about your training and everything,
Yeah, I actually don't.
'Cause
It's
I-
not showing
because I seen your
the-
process and what you had gone through to complete what you had accomplished.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy for sure. Looking back on it, I mean, I try not to think about it too much. I don't like to.
You want to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on to like the next thing.
Mhm.
So I think I soaked it in for like a day or two, if that, and I already had those sparring races coming up, so it was like I'm putting that behind me for sure. Like, it's a lot cooler to others than it is to me, honestly.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
'Cause I thought it'd be like more. I don't know with how much I put into it. Like, I thought it'd be feeling like on top of the world or something, like for actually doing it.
Yeah,
But it was.
just like a moment of glory.
Yeah, the day after is like I was back at the gym like stretching, and I'm just like, now what? Like, it wasn't even like. I'm not gonna say I don't remember watching the marathon, but like it wasn't on my mind the way I thought it'd be.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I was just like, all right.
it's because you accomplished it and you defeated it. Like you.
Yeah, bro, I tore that thing a new one, bro. I mean, for like a first time at least, like obviously there's like, all right, I probably could have been faster, like little things I could have done different, but like for my first marathon, like if I'm not being hard on myself, like that was pretty cool.
I know that's one thing for me. Like I ran that 50-mile ultra,
Yeah.
and after not completing it, dude, it destroyed me. It destroyed me from wanting to run. It destroyed me.
Yeah, bro, it'll tear you in.
It tore my
apart, bro.
body up. Dude,
Yeah.
I couldn't like walk because
Physically and
my
mentally.
toenails are still growing back from it, and my feet are disgusting because of it. But like my knees were swollen. Like you couldn't see
Oh,
my
yeah.
kneecaps
Oh, for
at all.
sure. Yeah.
My whole leg was just swollen.
Oh yeah, dude, I had
And-
that like, not as bad, but like my knees, swollen, just throbbing. Like,
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you're young, like your knees don't hurt." I'm like, I'm not even about to have this conversation. Like, the amount of times I hear that, like, "Oh, you're young," I'm like, dude, you have no idea what I put my body through outside of work. Like,
Yeah.
no idea, because like I show up and I work like just fine.
Right.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
So, like, I always hate that.
So you did a Spartan race the following weekend.
Barely.
Barely. Let's talk about
So
that a
let's
little
talk
bit.
about it, I guess let's put it out there.
Uh,
I quit. Whether you put it any which way you want. I mean, I quit. Let's chalk it up as that. So like all throughout my marathon prep, like say all, but like there's so many times where like my ankles, my feet, like my knees, just completely just throbbing, bro. Like
Mhm.
so even like after the marathon, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you're not gonna be able to walk, you know. But I mean, I was walking, did my 100 push-ups, you know, like I felt good, like thought I was invincible, whatever. So like you should probably take a week off of running after the marathon. Would have been smart. But I'm like, I have 3 races this upcoming weekend. So I would have had Saturday was gonna be the half marathon with like 30 something obstacles. Then Sunday it's gonna be like a 10K with like 25 obstacles and like a 5K with like 20 obstacles, whatever. So I'm like, all right, like I won't run Sunday, Monday, and I'll do 2 miles on Tuesday. Did the 2 miles on Tuesday. Hurt so bad, bro. So bad. Like
What hurt your knees?
my knee, yeah, literally my knee, my right knee specifically. And I was like, all right, like that's natural, like whatever. Very next day, I ran again. I remember I was talking to Shane walking into work because I had like knee sleeves on. He's like, dude, like I know you're not about to walk into work in knee sleeves. I got pissed off. I'm like, dude, like you have no idea how my legs feel right now. And he's like, damn, like you're getting kind of defensive. I'm like, dog, like I just ran like a whole marathon. Like I tried to run today. I was like, it felt like my knee was bleeding while I was running. Like,
Shout out to Shane Chandler.
yeah,
Calling
like,
you a bitch.
pretty much, bro. Like, dude, you have no idea how my knee feels right now. Like, it legit. I described it like it felt like it was bleeding like on the side.
Wow.
Like it was just like a burning sensation almost. Like I finished my run anyways, and then
Of course.
so like I went and bought those compression sleeves. I'm like, dude, I need something. Like, I mean, it helped a little bit. And then that Friday, I was supposed to do 3 miles. And what's it called? I did 1. I did 1 mile, and like I almost didn't even make it through that 1 mile. So I was like, okay, like I'll just cut this run short. I'm only having a half day at work that night, so like, I'll just rest it up and I'll just be good for the race tomorrow. That was my thought process on it. To like show up for a race, get a small warm up in, take off, and I'm like, bet. I knew I'd get all the obstacles. That wasn't a problem. Like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a problem, but like in my head, like the past 2 Spartan races I did, I never failed any obstacles. So like it wasn't anything I was thinking of. It's like I still did all my weightlifting. If anything, I was stronger than I was before. So it was really just, and I definitely thought I was gonna be able to run. I thought if anything that'd be my strong suit. And like of course like 2 or 3 miles in, like I start to feel it like in my knee a bit, but like still not thinking much of it. So like I just kept it moving, and then it just got like the pain was just sharper and like just kept getting worse. So I was like, all right, like I'll just ease up a bit, like on my pace. I'll just jog. And then like the jogging was hurting, so I was like, all right, like I guess we're walking this one out. This is probably around 3rd or 4th mile still. And then I started limping, and I'm like, dude, like this actually hurts. Like, then I'm looking at my watch, bro, and I'm like, it's already like an hour and a half or so, and I'm like 4 miles in, which is like so embarrassing. Because like my friend Leah and her boyfriend went, and they were waiting for me. She's like, like how long are you gonna be? Like 5-6 hours. I'm like, dude, don't ever disrespect me with that time like that for a half marathon, bro. Like, don't you ever. Like that was so foul. I was like 3 hours tops, and that's if like it's as muddy as people are saying it is.
Right.
Like, a half marathon, I'm like, bro, I just ran a full one, and I knew I was gonna be good on the obstacles.
5-6
Bro,
hours.
I was like, don't ever. I was so hurt. And then sure enough, bro, like I was out there for a good like 3.5 hours, like overall, maybe even 4. I don't remember what it was, but I was limping for a good like 4 or 5 miles of it, and it got to the point where like even the limping off my left leg was hurting my right leg. There was like hurdle obstacles, bro, where like I knew I didn't want to put any impact on my knee because that's what was hurting it. I would try and run in spurts for like 3 seconds. I'm like, all right, like, I'm gonna run for 3 seconds, and then like just let it throb. So like I'd try that like every 5 minutes or so, and then just keep limping. But it was just hurting to limp off my left leg. It was still hurting my right knee. But yeah, with the hurdles, like I didn't want to drop on my legs. Like I'd literally just like fall off.
Wow.
Like a 6-foot wall. I'm just kind of just, all right, keep it moving.
Wow.
Then there was like a water station. But there was this rock. That was a tree stump. The tree stump is just completely like just shaved down nice. I was like, I'm about to just sit my ass right here for a minute. Like, just let my knees just throb a little bit. Like, hopefully it'll go away. And then one of the guys there, one of the volunteers, he's like, oh, like, are you waiting on medical? I was like, oh, no. Like, heck no. Like, no. He's like, all right, like, if you need something, like, let me know. So, like, that kind of fired me up. I'm like, that, like, I'm not about to quit on this race. You know, like, so I'm like, all right, like, here's the mile 7 sign. So I'm like, 6 more. I'm like, I made it this far. Like, let's just get it out the way. But it was so muddy, bro. Like, you couldn't even walk straight for the majority of it. You couldn't even run for the majority of it. So even if I wanted to run, I probably couldn't have.
Wow.
Like, just slipping and sliding everywhere. But, like, that just made it so much worse, bro, because, like, if I slip a little bit and, like, have to, like, hard plant, like, on my leg to, like, catch myself from falling. Wasn't happening. So, like, I eventually got up, started going, and, like, my knee just gave, bro. I just fell, like, right on my face, too. Like, turned back around. People are like, oh, you're going the wrong way. I'm like, it's so it's like about to hit this dude. Like, I'm legit about to swing on this guy. Just so mad at the world. And I told him, I was like, yeah, like, I need that medic. He's like, all right, so, like, they call him in. And he's talking to me. He's like, yeah, I got nothing for the knee. Like, dude, like, you gonna brought, like, a wrap or something? Like, anything. Even, I feel like if I would have had a compression sleeve on it, I probably would have made it.
Yeah.
With a nice limp. It took me like 7-8 hours, but
wow.
I legit would have finished it for sure. That's just me being stubborn. But he's like, yeah, he's like, with my experience, he's like, that's not going to get any better. And he's like, you still got a bunch of obstacles left. But he's like, it's up to you. I was like, made the smart decision to just call it at that point. And he's like, all right, he's like, hop in. And he's the worst part about the whole thing, bro. The worst part. He just hands me this big ass helmet. Do me a favor, put this on. I'm like, it's already bad enough. You got people running by and, like, I'm hopping in this cart. Like, now I gotta wear this damn helmet. He's like, yeah, you don't gotta strap it on. I'm like, thanks. He's still a lot better.
Why'd you have to wear a helmet? He didn't want you to fall out?
It's like a little dune buggy, bro. It's so nasty out there. Like,
gotcha.
I don't know, just their safety requirements. And he took me to this medic tent, and they're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Like, this just, I really didn't know at the time, like, what happened, but, like, it was just hurting so bad. And they're asking, he's like, do you just want some ice? Like, yeah. So, like, he just put, like, an ace bandage around it, and then wrapped some ice around it. And he asked the lady, he's like, do I need to fill out, like, the paperwork form? And she's like, yeah. Like, she's like, that'd cover my ass, And I'm like, it's going to take forever. Like, I was already embarrassed enough. Like, didn't want to be in there.
So at that point, did you know you were giving up, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he told me, he's like, I can't bring you back out here.
Oh.
I was like, dude, I can't. I was like, even if I wanted to, because I didn't want to fit it. I was like, I couldn't. I was like, I legit couldn't. But, like, I'm looking at that lady. I was like, no, I'm not about to sit here and fill out paperwork. She's like, no, like, she's like, all right, like, he's good, I guess. I was like, yeah, like, I'll just take the ice and just chalk it up as that, like, however you want to put in your system. But I just walked out, called my friend. She's like, did we miss you? Or they're standing by the finish line, like, by the rope climb. I was like, nah. I was like, yeah, I just got carted off this thing. She's like, oh, that's funny, because she's like, we were joking, like, oh, he must have got injured or something. I'm like, yeah, it's hilarious, bro.
Got good friends, man.
For sure. Then, I mean, like, we had to get food after that, bro, but, like, I couldn't even get out of the car, like.
Wow. Yeah, you sent me a picture of was it your foot?
My ankle, my whole ankle swelled up, bro.
So
like,
swollen.
It was so random, too, because I'm like, dude, that makes no sense. Like, it really didn't hurt. Like, my knee hurt so bad, bro. Like, and I thought it'd get better. So I'm like, all right, like, I'll at least be able to do the 3-mile race the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Get something.
No.
Like, while I'm out. No, God, no, bro. I woke up the next day, like, couldn't even lift my leg. Like, I slept with, like, pillows underneath it to, like, elevate it. Like, it got worse, if anything, the next day. Like, any little bump we'd hit in the car, like, just a shocking pain through my knee. And that's probably, like, the first time ever, like, it wasn't something, like, I can mentally push through. Like, my mind and body just
right.
2 separate pages.
Yeah, you definitely have limitations that you set for yourself through your mind. Yeah. But then there's certain physical limitations as well.
Like, in my mind, bro, like, it's like, oh.
Like, I can accomplish this. Yeah. I know I can. I can push myself through this.
If it was the marathon, bro, I would have crawled and finished that. For the Spartan race, like, I did not put much thought into that. Like, it wasn't that deep to me. But for sure, I told myself, like, dude, like, I will, like, roll if I have to finish that marathon. Like, but I'm finishing that marathon. But for the Spartan race, I was like, nah, bro, like, I got to think, like, I still got to work and whatever. I was like, I don't want to make it worse, whatever it is.
So, you obviously went to the doctor and everything. What ended up happening? What would you do to your knee?
Urgent care. She's like, you sprained your lateral collateral ligament. And, well, at first I texted my friend Majd. He's a doctor. So I was like bugging him the whole time I was in Ohio. He's like, yeah, he's like, you got runner's knee. He's basically just telling me like, you gotta rest it, ice it, elevate it, the usual. I mean, it's basically the same thing they said for the lateral collateral sprain. Just rest it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, cool. Like, so I went into work hoping to get sent home. Like I went to medical, like talking to Corey. He's like, I can't send you home. Like the vacation book's full. He's like, do you want to use your VR day? It's like, no, not a chance. I'm using a call a day. Like I've already been here like 3 hours in medical. And of course, when I get to medical, like she's like, I can't send you home. And I was like, all right. I was like, well, can I go ask my boss if he will? She's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, I'm not walking down there. I was like, you call him. She's like, sure. She's like, do you want to like put some ice on that? Like while you're waiting? I was like, oh, for sure. Like I need it. You know, like my legs already throbbing just from walking in.
Yep.
And like 2.5 hours later, she pops in the room. She's like, yeah, I haven't got a hold of him yet. And I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. Like I just wanted to go home and eat. Like I was so hungry. I had no intentions on working that day at all. And then I remember like Corey would always ask me to like come and do overtime. So like I had his number. So like that's when I texted him and he's like, no. I was like, all right. So I texted him back. I was like, cool, we can find something for me to do then. Like I can't do my jobs, but like if I'm about to be here, we'll find something then. Like that's fine with me. Like whatever, I'll get paid. But like I knew I couldn't be on my leg. And the ice pack she gave me for my knee, like I put it on my ankle because while I'm laying there with my leg elevated, like my whole ankle just swelled up again.
Wow.
And like when she came back in and saw that, she's like, I'm not supposed to do it. She's like, I'm just sending you home for the day. I'm like, this is after, because she wasn't able to get a hold of Corey. And Corey had texted me like, yeah, I can't send you home. So I told him like, I'll go back down and work. And then she's like, yeah, I'm sending you home for the day. I was like, oh, let's go, bro. Like I actually needed it though. I wasn't even trying to like get off work.
Right.
Like I couldn't be on my leg, like even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I won't go into all the things that you've done to get out of work. But this is a legitimate reason this time.
Yeah, I needed the time off this time. For sure.
We don't want to put that out there.
No, that's... Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, I definitely enjoy my time off, that's for sure. But, yeah, I actually had to rest my leg up because I really do want to get back to running. So I was like, all right, I'll actually like take the recovery serious, which I have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to run the other day, actually, and it just hurt so bad.
So what have you been doing for recovery? I know you told me you were doing sauna.
Yeah, I've been stretching in the sauna. Because it also could be, they said my IT band just really tight.
Mm-hmm.
And even the physician I saw, she's like, I could tell like your hamstrings are like really tight. Like, dude, I've always been super stiff. And that's just because I used to do heavy weightlifting with like no actual like stretching or anything.
Right.
So like I started doing like a little bit of yoga and like foam rolling and stuff like that, which hurts a lot, which it should.
Mm-hmm.
It just loosened me up.
Did you use your
Theragun?
Your Theragun?
All the time.
Do that.
I love that thing.
That's gotta hurt so bad.
Hurts so bad, but like it's for a good cause. I like beating my legs up with it before I run.
Yeah.
Because I don't like actually stretching or doing any warm ups. So it's
you don't warm up or stretch?
I'm not gonna say I don't warm up, but like
before running.
I'll swing. You'll do like 10 leg swings each leg and take off.
No runner's lunges or anything like that.
Oh no, heck no. Bro, like I'm so busy in the day, so like by the time I get out, I'm like, dude, I need to get this run over with so I can lift and like go home and eat. So now I'll definitely take like mobility and recovery more serious as far as like even if it's just like 30 minutes in the morning when I wake up.
Yeah.
It's easy, something I can easily do. It would take me a long ways.
Yeah. Just wake up 20 minutes earlier. Out of that 4 hours of sleep that you get.
LOL. People swear I hate sleep. I'm like, dude, I love my sleep because I don't get much of it. Like the sleep I do get, like
you have to cherish it.
Cherish it, bro, for sure. But yeah, now I've just been bored. I don't want mine.
So
I just want to run again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So your intentions were to run the rest of the summer. You're gonna do a bunch of Spartan races and a bunch of 5Ks and stuff.
This summer, I'll be back.
So what is your future fitness goals?
My next goal, is to run a sub 20-minute 5K. So do a 5K in less than 20 minutes.
You could do it.
I think I can for sure.
You could.
That might even be an easy one. But then I'm gonna dabble into like some triathlon stuff. I'm gonna get a bike and then take up swimming and start with like just sign up for like the sprint, just like less than a mile swim, I think, like 20 miles on the bike, and then a 5K after, just to get the feel for it. Eventually, I think I'll do an Ironman, just to really test myself.
What kind of training goes into something like that?
It's all endurance work. I'd have to cut way back on my lifting, but just from like looking into it, just swimming, biking, and running, however you want to break that up.
There's got to be other workouts that you can do though to help you.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure, like with just those leg strength work.
Yeah, like
especially
squats,
on the bike,
deadlifts.
It's gonna be a lot of leg power.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Rowing machine.
Oh, absolutely. Something, bro. But my main thing right now is just trying to keep my cardio up. I don't want to lose it.
Right.
I work so hard to like get to the point I'm at. I also want to do an ultra.
Let's do one. Let's do one.
Let's do it, bro.
I know of one in January.
Oh, that's LOL. No, I want to start with like a 33, whatever that one is. Then eventually do like a 50 something.
I think you did tell me you were gonna do a couple ultras, right?
Yeah,
or you were
to.
talking about doing one in
for sure
Arizona or something.
Yeah, my buddy Andreas is telling me about it. I think it's like 50 miles, like in the Grand Canyon or something like that.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be so cool.
I would never want to do that.
It would hurt so bad, but I mean,
yeah.
What better way to die than the Grand Canyon? Imagine the scenes. I've been out there before. It's so nice. It's like first time ever appreciating nature.
That's cool.
Like, wow, it's actually pretty nice.
So now you got your mom into running.
Yeah, it's actually so cool.
Are you coaching her?
Probably not as much as I should. She found like a workout plan online, so I'm just kind of there for like moral support at this point. She's pretty driven already. Like, she found the motivation she needed already out of it.
That's cool.
So she's already into it. Like, she's been getting her runs in. Kind of jealous. Just gotta watch her run, and I can't.
That sucks.
I'm gonna try and run again next week.
What are you gonna try to do? Like 2 miles, mile?
Probably a mile.
Yeah.
Just to see. But I mean, then again, it didn't start hurting until like 2-3 miles in.
Yeah.
So I honestly get away with running a mile. I'd like to think.
Yeah. You should be good.
But I found out the bike doesn't hurt my knee. It's really just any impact. So,
well, that's the most impact, running.
Yeah, pretty heavy too.
Yeah.
So maybe if I just lose like 10 pounds.
Stop eating so much.
Yeah, right. Yeah, never. But that's the thing. Like, half the time, I don't even get full. I still eat a lot.
You don't get full when you eat a lot?
Sometimes I don't know. Like, I'll eat like a big meal, and like I still want more. I'm gonna eat some cereal or something.
That's crazy.
It doesn't seem crazy to me though.
I remember we went to Cancun. It's a Mexican joint here in Lansing. And you ordered what was it?
Chimichanga,
super chimichanga meal. And it comes with, does it come with two or one? Yeah, it comes with two chimichangas and then like beans, rice, and all the other stuff. He ate that whole thing, and then the waiter came back and he's like, "Can I get another one?" And the guy's like, "You want that to go, right?" And he's like, "No, like I want that now."
For sure.
The look on the dude's face was so funny. He's like, "What?"
Dude, it happens everywhere, bro. Like, I remember I went to Cracker Barrel one time and I ordered something. I'm like, I just knew it wasn't gonna be enough, so I ordered another one. She's telling me, she's like, the cook's back there asking like, there's like some obese person like sitting out there.
No, it's this really fit.
Yeah, I'm like, no,
like
bro,
muscular
like,
dude.
I just got done working. Like, I'm pretty hungry actually. Or one time I went to Applebee's, bro, and I ordered like a burger and then these 2 meals from the 2 for $20 deal. And she's telling me, she's like, yeah, you can't take these to go. I'm about to be sitting right there. Like, what do you mean? She's like, all right, like, but I'm not gonna bring any to go boxes. Like, you can't like order it then like take it to go for somebody else. I'm like, lady, like you could bring the food out to me. Like,
why does it matter who it's for?
For sure, that's what I'm saying. Bro. Like, she's like, the deal is for dine-in only. I'm like, okay, like I'm like dining in here, you know, like I will be right there. Like, so like the server brings my food out and like she puts like one of the plates like on the other side of the table. She's like, oh, like are they in the bathroom? Like, excuse me. She's like, it's like, it's the other person like in the bathroom, you know, like. I was like, no. She just walks away. I'm like, okay. Like that literally happens everywhere.
That's hilarious.
Like, I've had people like come out and like say like, oh, like congrats on like finishing that. Like, I didn't think you were gonna do it.
That's hilarious.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, it's funny that we've also gone to Sparty's, and they have pancakes that are like this big around, and they're pretty thick. Like just the ones without the
So good.
challenge are
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah.
And you actually didn't finish it the last time,
No, I
but
mean,
he did the challenge. It was a 3-stack pancakes, right? It was
dude,
3 stacks,
yeah, it
right?
was a sugar high I got, whatever that
Yeah,
was.
it's 3 stacks, but I think they purposely made them thicker.
They always do. If you ever order 2 pancakes, they're not thick like that.
Yeah,
And then you tell them you want the challenge, and all of a sudden they got extra batter for days.
dude, what we need to do is go to meat barbecue. Have you done that
Meats?
challenge?
No.
Oh, let me look it up, dude. They have a challenge. And I've been telling you I've been wanting to tell you that we should go there.
Try and do it.
Yeah, the challenge is let's see here. Um, for anybody who is in Lansing and you like barbecue
Bro, meats
food,
is a staple. of
meat,
Lansing.
yeah, it's a staple of Lansing. It was on a show. Can't remember what show it was on, but they have a challenge where you can eat. I think it's a burger.
Is it a burger?
I believe so.
That's easy.
I don't see it.
But bro, especially between running and lifting though, the eating just
I
got
can't find
worse. Especially eating clean, feels like
Yeah.
you're just eating more because it's not that calorie dense.
Yeah. So what kind of diet were you doing?
I would eat.
Oh, here. So I'm sorry. Here it is. It's the food challenge. It's a ultimate carnivore food challenge. If you can finish off our entire 18-layer boss log, one side, and made to order mac and cheese with 2 ingredients in 45 minutes with no bathroom breaks, you're a winner.
Bro, that's the thing. I'm a slow eater.
You are.
People
Yeah.
make fun of me so much for it, but I'm like,
Uh,
I'm always the last to finish my food.
you gotta do it in 45 minutes.
Just like to sit and enjoy my meal. I don't know. I don't like scarfing my food down.
Yeah. I
wonder if
scarf my
could-
food down.
I could probably eat more if I tried to scarf my food down.
Dude, I eat so fast, but I think it's because of GM, because of the breaks that they give us. You're like timed.
Especially like when we're 3 shifts.
Yeah, you get like a 24-minute lunch. So
Yeah.
you just gotta like hurry up and eat.
Yeah, and then you like the little 6-minute breaks. And,
Yeah.
like, try and snack on something.
So what was your diet like?
I'd eat till before a run. I used to just do like an English muffin with like peanut butter. And like I found like I'd always like feel it like when I'm running. I was eating a lot of salmon also, but I also learned after like a month or two that doesn't sit well with the running either. So like I stopped doing the toast before running. I'd just take like my running supplement, the carbs and electrolytes, and that was enough to get me through. Then I'd finish, have like, if I was out and about, let's say I ran in East Lansing and the gym's right there, I'd stop at Tropical Smoothie just to get the peanut paradise with whey and then the
Oh, I love
that peanut butter crunch flatbread. Just got, like,
Mhm.
peanut butter granola, honey, banana. It's like perfect fuel for like a lift.
that. Yeah.
Then I'd lift and too lazy to cook, probably just get a Zaytoon, chicken and rice or something, or the shish kafta with rice. I mean, it's all just like basic foods, but I mean, as far as like the complex carbs,
Mhm.
like a lot of rice. I do a lot of red potatoes also, so I'd eat ground turkey with like asparagus and red potatoes every day.
Wow.
Every day. Switch it up with some barbecue or some ketchup or something on it.
Yeah.
but I'd eat it every day, no problem.
Wow.
I'd snack on like Cliff Bars or what else? Eggs and oatmeal.
Oh yeah, you do that disgusting thing where you like
Everybody
to.
thinks it's gross, bro. Like,
Dude, it's
at
so
first-
gross.
Literally, I scramble up some eggs. I'll put a half cup of oats in there with some egg whites, but you don't taste the oatmeal. Cause I used to eat eggs and oatmeal back when I was doing like the lean bulk diet for the weightlifting.
You'd eat them together, but separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so hard to eat together, bro. Like, cause oatmeal's so thick,
Yeah.
and I just feel like eggs and then oatmeal is such a weird combination. But if you just
If you
put
mix it
raw
in,
oats into your eggs, you do not taste it in the eggs at all.
you put ketchup on it too.
Absolutely. It
Oh,
tastes so good. Some avocado too.
the avocado's good.
The ketchup is too, bro. When people disrespect it like that.
Dude, you'd post a picture of that every time and be like, that's disgusting.
Just to piss people off, bro. I just so many people reply. That's so disgusting. Like, yeah, but no, yeah, I was pretty much eating the same thing every day. But I mean, it was working for me, so I didn't have any complaints. I'd look forward to my cheat meals though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nice stack of pancakes or
Anything, bro.
French toast.
It was toxic though, because like I'd finish a cheat meal and I already just be thinking like, what am I gonna have next week? Like, cheat meal, bro. Like I love food, bro. So like taking that away from myself is probably the hardest part.
Yeah.
Bro. For sure. I mean, at some point it's just like I wouldn't have eaten any or something, even if I wanted it, just because if I had like an 8-mile run the next day, like definitely wouldn't be craving a pizza the night before.
Right.
So that was kind of cool, actually.
It kind of affects your run.
All
it makes
way,
you feel
but
heavy,
sluggish, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, not every workout was ever perfect, bro. There were so many days where like just didn't even think I'd finish the workout. I would finish it anyways, and it was just probably the worst workout of my life. It'd feel like at the time. But I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be picture perfect at all, whether it's weightlifting or running.
Well, hey man, we're an hour and 10 minutes into this thing.
Oh, man.
It's been fun listening to you talk about your fitness journey, and
for sure.
I mean, this might be boring to some people, but like to people who work out or
yeah, I mean, somebody might get a kick out of it.
Could be inspiring to some.
However they want to take it.
I've enjoyed this podcast, listening to you talk about your physical journey into running and everything.
For sure.
And real quick, I wanna plan something. What do you want to do? What kind of marathon do you want to do?
Oh wow, it's putting me on the
I need
spot
something
like
to
that.
train. I need something to train for.
Let's do the Detroit Free Press. I'll do it.
When is that?
I'll be good by then. I gotta double check. I think it's October, bro. Let's see, July,
I was just telling
September.
Amanda last night that I need to start training for something because, dude, I've gotten so fucking lazy.
Bro, that's the key. I don't think we talked about this, but like, sign up for something, or like, I guess we did talk about like setting a goal and then just doing whatever it takes
Mm-hmm.
to get there. That's what I tell people all the time. They're like, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to lose like 10 pounds." Like, all right,
Yeah.
like write down your goal, and then really plan out like what you're willing to sacrifice to get to that point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something, whether it be cutting out like pop or
Right.
some unhealthy habit.
See, like for me, like I don't really struggle with too much. The only thing I struggle with, dude, I talked about this on a podcast too. I don't remember who I was talking to, but the one thing I struggle with is like eating sweets. I love
Dude,
sweets.
Don't even
Like
start on
so bad that my daughter like one day was like, "Daddy, you and I like sweets, don't we?" And I'm like, "What am I doing?"
Leave my name out of that. Bro, earn it.
Yeah,
Earn
exactly.
it, bro.
Exactly.
Do like a 2 a day, and then
Well, and the thing is like I do fine. Like when I'm training, like I don't want to eat that way.
Yeah.
Or if I'm doing like a strict diet, like I oftentimes do like even now I kind of pretty much do the carnivore diet.
yeah,
Then I'll just eat that. Like I don't really have a desire to eat sweets.
yeah, bro.
But then like once I kind of get off the like
The
extreme
wild-
workout cycle and I stop running and it just I fall back into this pattern of
Yeah,
like
bro.
I just want to eat sweets.
I feel you 100%. That's what I've been doing, bro. I've been,
So like having something to train for helps
Changes
you.
everything.
It changes everything.
everything, every little thing.
Yep.
Like I also need something to train for right now, because not working or running, I've just been eating out and doing whatever I want.
Yeah. Falling back into a cycle.
Yeah, bro, just pancakes and whatever, burritos. I had a burrito on my way here. So,
But you
I don't
also
know.
worked out this morning too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but yeah, literally, let's do the free press marathon.
yeah, let's do that. I want to look up that real quick. We're gonna put it right here that we're going to do the free press marathon.
I'll be beating my time, so I'll finish under 3 hours and 32 minutes.
And then we'll have you back on to talk about it.
Yeah, if I make it.
So it's It's October 16th through the 17th.
Through. Oh, there should be an in-person option though.
Let's see here.
There's two, because I know they were gonna have a virtual, but they had an in-person option.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing another virtual marathon. Bro, somebody beat my time by like 4 or 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it your age group?
I don't know how old Buddy was, but I was so mad because it's like, bro, if we were in person, like, if it wasn't virtual, that person's not beating me. I don't care. Like,
You would see them and you'd
I
be
would
like,
see them, bro, and I'd die trying to pass them. Like, I don't care what I'd have to do.
yeah, I can't find any information on it. Anyways, we're gonna do that
So
in October.
I'll be there.
You and me.
As long as my knee's good, for sure.
All right,
That's
man.
what's gonna be the deciding factor.
All right. Well, it's been great having you on. I want you to plug your social media real quick because you have an inspirational Instagram that you like to post to.
Sippy's Fitness. Bro, before I started, like, it was on my mind for like 2 months about starting one, and the biggest thing was like thinking of a name for it. Then eventually I was like, I just need to stop overthinking this and get it out the way. It's Sippy's Fitness.
Why'd you settle on Sippy?
Settle. That's a lot shorter than Cepriano's Fitness. Sounds cool. Cepriano's Fitness just didn't really ring a bell.
Yeah.
So one night, it was during quarantine actually, I was like, all right, Sippy's Fitness. It was like 3 a.m, bro. I was contemplating life. Just CEPPYSFITNESS. Just post my workouts.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Are you anywhere else?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I share them all. It's right in my Facebook. Not like super popular, but that's fine with me. It wasn't my goal.
Well,
Inspire whoever.
if you want inspiration, look up Sippy Fitness on Instagram and
Yeah.
feel free to send him a message. I'm sure
Yeah,
he would like
yeah.
to hear from people.
Some hate mail too. I talk shit
Hate
for
mail.
days, so like, I'll argue with whoever.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks,
It was
man.
fun.